Hey guys, I decided to make a cactus cake for my project. Here are the ingredients for the cake. Here you can see me adding the butter to the bowl. Then you whip it for 2 to 3 minutes. Then you mix your dry ingredients together. And you separate your egg yolk and your egg white. Here you can see me failing once. And here you can see me failing a second time. So then once you have your egg white, you add your sugar to your butter, and then you add 1 egg white and make sure that it's fully mixed before you add a second one. Then you add your wet ingredients and then dry ingredients, and you continue that pattern until all the ingredients are mixed into the mixer. Here's my sister playing with the whisk. So then when I finished my mixture, it looked a little odd, and I didn't really think anything of it until I was pouring it into the pan, and it looked like that. So then I made 2 boxes of cake mix because those first cakes didn't work out. So there's my leveled cakes, and here's the ingredients for my icing. So you whip your butter just like the cake mix for 2 to 3 minutes. Then you add your milk. And your vanilla into the mixer. Then you add a ton of powdered sugar. This is buttercream frosting, and I really needed it to be thick so that I could do the intricate decorations. So here's my dyed frosting. Here is the frosting on the layers. And here is a time lapse of me putting the frosting onto the cake. This is really hard because I had to put it on in 3 different layers because I want it to be like an ombre effect. So I had to put the darkest color on the bottom, and then I went to the middle color in the middle, and then the lightest color covered the top third of the cake on the side, and then the whole top of the cake. So I had to have extra frosting for that. I ended up making about, I would say, like 6 to 7 batches of icing. It was a lot. It used a lot of butter and a lot of powdered sugar, but it was definitely worth it. So here you can see the frostings all spread out, and this began my decorating process. So I put my darker green in a piping bag with a piping tip that was kind of like a cactus shape, and I piped cactuses onto the side of my cake. And then I made little like blossoms on the tops and bottoms of it to kind of surround the cactuses and give more detail. So I made bigger blossoms and smaller ones just because I wanted it to kind of like have a lot of detail and look kind of intricate. And then after I finished with the darker green, I went in with a lighter green with the same piping tip, and I made little blossoms around the bottom layer on the edge so that it looked kind of like detailed, and so it framed the cake. And then I did little blossoms on the top as well. And then I crushed up graham cracker, and I just kind of spread it around the top of the cake, and then I pressed it onto the sides, like the bottoms on the sides, so that it kind of looked like sand. Here is me cutting into the cake. Here's Rod trying the cake.
Okay. Here we go. First bite, Carly's awesome cactus cake. Very good. Good job, Carly. Graham cracker kicked it.
And here's the finished product. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed.